Welcome to Built for Tomorrow, the podcast where we talk about how cities grow, adapt, and occasionally find themselves in deeper waters than expected, then get to work designing the way forward. Today's episode is about engineering and urban design, but don't worry, we're not walking you through drainage calculations. We're walking you through the heart of a city. Because civil engineering and landscape architecture, when done right, isn't just about capacity and compliance. It's about how people move, feel, and experience where they live. From storm drains to street trees, from traffic calming to public plazas, engineering tells us what a community values. So let's explore how cities are using technical design to solve human problems, and in the process, becoming more livable, lovable, and resilient. I am Juliana Hoffman, and I am your host for today's episode. Let's start with the infrastructure no one notices until it fails, and that is stormwater drainage. Not the most appealing subjects, right? Maybe. Essential? Absolutely. Good drainage isn't just about runoff. It's about what your city does under pressure. Communities that plan for resilience are the ones turning flood zones into dual-purpose spaces, parks that absorb stormwater, basins that double as community greens. It's engineering with a second life. And when the rain comes, and it always does, you'll be glad your retention pond is also the local picnic spot. Now let's talk traffic calming, because let's be honest, nobody wants speed bumps, but everybody wants safer streets. Great communities are finding ways to slow things down without slowing people's lives. Raised crosswalks, curb extensions, textured pavements, design elements that say, this street belongs to people, without putting up a wall of orange cones. Traffic calming isn't about control, it's about designing trust into the road. We used to design streets for cars. That was the harsh reality. Now we're asking better questions. Like, how does a wheelchair user navigate this corridor? Can kids walk to school safely? Is there shade for someone waiting 20 minutes for the bus? When engineering centers on experience, not just throughput, you get corridors that feel like invitations, not just pathways. And that's where true transportation planning lives, at the intersection of infrastructure and empathy. What happens when you transform a dead lot, an abandoned factory, or an underused green patch into something intentional? You get public space that heals, not just the land, but the people. In one town, we saw an old parking lot reborn as a green plaza with trees, benches, native plants, and room for a farmer's market. It didn't just drain better, it felt better. Landscape architecture and landscape urbanism, when integrated with civil design, become civic therapy. This is not fluff, it's real function with feeling. Here's what it comes down to. The best infrastructure isn't just built, it's felt. It gives people a sense of place, a sense of safety, and a sense of pride. It solves real problems and makes space for joy along the way. So yes, cities need engineers. But more than that, cities need engineers who understand people, who design for tomorrow by listening to today. For more stories and strategies like this, head to safebuilt.com/resources and see how communities are building smarter, not just stronger. Until next time, build wisely and never underestimate the power of a really good sidewalk. Built for Tomorrow is a SAFEbuilt production. If you would like to speak to one of our experts and have a quick chat on how SAFEbuilt can partner with your community, please contact us at safebuilt.com. Thanks for listening and stay tuned for next week's episode of Built for Tomorrow.